Innovation here in the winner's match of the GSL Group A.
Starting in our bottom right location on King Sejong Station, losing that first game.
Ruin.
By the way, the problem that was resolved was a full bladder for Ruin.
Yeah, I think he had to go to the bathroom. Right to the top left of the red.
Spacer Innovation.
That's a problem. You got a full bladder, man. You got to fix that.
Yeah.
That's why man invented the bathroom, the toilet. You know, it's convenient. You don't have to go outside. You can just do that in a building somewhere.
You know, I have a little rhyme for StarCraft II concerning that, in fact.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Never play the ladder when you have a full bladder.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you start rushing, because you're like, well, one more game, and you're like trying to do a cannon rush against someone who went pool first, and it just doesn't work.
He wants Innovation to 4-0 so you can get more Terran and Code S. I think that's a sentiment that a lot of people are feeling right now.
Don't worry, dude. Terran's Imba. Definitely going to happen.
So on the note of your rhyme, a game I play often when this happens to me is Hearthstone, where I'm like, I end my turn, like, run to the bathroom. I'm like, I hope he doesn't end his turn really fast and then come back.
Oh, yeah, I've done that. Run out, get a glass of water.
Yeah, I think we all have.
Come back in, all my stuff's dead. I'm like, huh. Wasn't expecting that. All right. So, all right, does Innovation do the same build?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 110%.
I think so. I think you're right. But I think he's going to be a little bit more on top of scouting. That game definitely could have gone wrong for him. Looks like someone has a cake from Paris Baguette for Innovation here.
Yeah. Looks like he wants him to advance, is what it says, or her. I couldn't see the gender of the person. But
I do have to say that cakes in Korea, when I first moved here about 6 years ago, were really dry. They weren't very good. You know, and obviously I just have cake at a birthday party. It's not like I go out and buy cake and eat it all the time. But anyways,
yeah. Just to clarify,
the last few cakes I've gotten for people were definitely much better. So congratulations to Korea for getting much better at making cakes.
I actually just pretty much hate cake except cookie cake.
Oh, I don't really like cake, but like, you know, it's like your friend's birthday. There's a cake sometimes if someone's nice enough to remember. Sorry about that, by the way, Wolf. Totally forgot to bring you a cake.
I actually I'll
buy you some ice cream later. Make up for it. I know how much you like that.
In my blanket invitation that I sent out on Facebook, I said nobody bring a pre-baguette cake. I requested that, so I was very happy that no one
I'm really
cake.
sad I didn't bring it because I don't use Facebook, so I would never have known, and you would have been like, I said not to, and I'm like, wow, that's really rude.
Well, let's see if this Reaper can get a kill again. Actually, I think it will.
Oh, wow, yeah. Look at that. And he gets out of there. A little bit of miss micro there by Ruin.
He also
pull
sees
those probes quick.
He sees the pylons as well, so he knows there's probably no proxies.
Yeah.
Even checks again here on the right side. Is going to jump off that lip. Out of there.
I think of it more of as a chin, but I guess it could be a lip as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Almost looks like I don't know. Almost looks like Pride Rock sticking off the edge there. It's like the circle of life. Reapers jump in, they jump out.
They kill a probe. All right, so we actually have a Twilight Council this game.
Ooh,
and that's a pretty quick Twilight. You think we're going to see maybe a Blink Stalker all in?
Blink Stalkers are pretty good on this map. There's a lot of ways you can blink in. There's also 2 different ways you can attack the natural when you kill those rocks. But
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like he's actually possibly going to do DTs to just kind of throw a wrench in the gears of Innovation's build, because he's like, oh, you just keep doing the exact same thing. Well, how are you going to handle this?
I got to disagree with that. I think he is going to go for the Blink, just because if you go DTs and they don't do anything, Innovation's killing you no matter what.
Yeah,
with
that's
that build.
true.
Whereas the Blink, like, the Blink at least gives you some micro potential, whereas if they don't see the Blink, you generally just win. And even if they do, sometimes you can win.
Yeah.
Whereas DTs, they see it and you're done.
Well, this scan sees it.
Oh, there it is. Well, the cool thing for Protoss players, at least, about a Blink build like this is if they do scan and they do see it, you can just make a third Nexus off of a few Stalkers, and they can't really tell at first if it's still an all-in.
The Blink Feign is such a strong build. I feel like that's the main reason why...
the Blink Feign, I like that.
That's what I call it.
I was going to call it Faux Blink.
Well, that's also a cool way to call it. I feel like this build is one of the main reasons why Protoss was doing so well against Terran, especially like back in like January, February of this year. People were having a lot of trouble because if the blink comes, it was so strong at the time before Mothership Vision was nerfed, and then if you saw blink, you had to make so many bunkers, you had to defend, and then you can't really scout unless you scan, especially if your Reaper is dead. Then you're just like totally have no idea what the Protoss is going to do.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how he ends up with this one. His warp gates are finishing up, and I feel like this is a catch the Reaper, warp in a couple Stalkers, make a third Nexus type of situation.
Killing the Reaper is so huge because you're just very, very much denying that information. Look at this, 3 bunkers. You got to make them, and there's the third base. So
yep,
he has to at least poke, make it look real.
Yeah.
He could even maybe try to pick off some units or even any structures if he can find some on the edge of the base. Looks like Innovation's building placement's a bit too good for that.
Looks like he's pretty safe here. Like there's not any real damage that's going to be done. And Innovation's going to know in about 2 seconds. Right about now, he's saying to himself, oh, okay, this isn't happening.
Yep.
And he knows then that this is going to be a quick third base.
Notice that SCV that goes and checks the lip on the edge to make sure there's no Stalkers there. And upon seeing that, he'll probably even salvage his bunker in the main. Checks here, sees no units, and that's all he needs to know.
Well, it looks like he's actually decided to do this anyways over on this side, despite not having a pylon. But he's not getting anything done. He's just checking once again.
Pick off a Marine, pick off a Marauder if he's lucky.
To be honest, Wolf, I got to say I'm surprised he warped in those last 3 Stalkers. Going up to 7 Stalkers, I like it. Going up to 10, I am a little bit surprised about it.
He's trying to make this seem very real. This is actually really cute that you can actually pick off. The thing is, if Marines come over here to protect this, he can kill the Marines, and then if he just like repairs this, then that's costing him money too, and it's eventually going to go down. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
I've never seen anyone just sit here and do this, but
it's actually really cool.
The 10 Stalkers makes a lot more sense now. This is actually a great move. Look how many Marines he's killing. Is this not one of the silliest things you've ever seen?
I've never seen this before, and this is actually totally ruining any sort of push that Innovation wanted to do.
I can't believe how many Marines he killed there.
I mean, I've been saying it for years. If you really want to disrupt a Terran build, it's actually not about killing the SCVs, it's about killing the units. I mean, if you're a Protoss, you can actually just stop so much aggression from that. You can keep the Terrans scared as well.
Well, Innovation realizes that Ruin has seen past the build he keeps doing. He's thrown down his 3rd command center. But the 3rd command center is a lot later than the 3rd Nexus of Ruin. So he's going to have to get something done, and it's going to have to probably be through either a very lucky drop that dodges all the Blink Stalkers, or be a very strong forward attack. And with this many gates, I don't see either of those really working out right now.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Also, this pylon, if you could see the CC, could just warp in 1 Zealot and delay that. I don't think it's in vision range, though, or else I think he would have done that. Yeah, maybe the 3 Ghost push is something he could try to do here. He is going to have better upgrades. That's something he's got going for him for now. Let's see what Ruin's next step is. Does he add a Robo soon, or is he going to go down the Storm Path? I feel like he's going to add a Robo. But, you know, the infrastructure is already in place to add that the Temple Archives, because he does have charge coming up.
Yeah, I think he needs to add a Robo, because he's really on the 3-base economy, and drops could start to hurt him here, especially since this big poke to the front makes him draw all his units to this side. But with the way he's making pylons on the right-hand side of the map, he doesn't really need observers over there yet.
Well, here's a 4 Zealot warp in, and he knows a lot of the army is actually very far across the map, so let's actually get some damage done here with this. Getting his first glimpse on that gas. This isn't very efficient, but it keeps the army off his back while he continues to get that infrastructure up. There's the Robo we were talking about on the production tab. Scan goes down. Not revealing a whole lot. He sees a ton of gateways, but that's pretty normal at this stage in the game.
Yeah, the double forge as well. Going to tip him off to what's going on. This really is a macro build coming out of him, and even throws down this Templar Archives rather quickly. So it looks like we're actually going to see a macro TVP today. Nice.
Yeah. We don't see too many of these anymore. I personally feel like it's just because of the current meta, it's really hard for late game Terran. So they're always trying to avoid this sort of stage of the game if possible.
No, it wasn't possible this time, at least for Innovation. But, you know, he's really good at macro. He knows how to get this done. Maybe he's just going to hit a later timing attack anyways. And, ooh, I really like this Wolf. He's making some Widow Mines.
Yeah. And a Ghost Academy is on the way as well.
Yeah, with late Robo, plus the fact it's so gateway heavy, he knows that there's a lot of Zealots that could be affected by this, and he knows that there's the possibility he catches a location with a Widow Mine draw that doesn't have any observers.
Good defense here. That Medevac is so important. Otherwise, the Zealots would have traded actually decently well. The backdoor rocks being destroyed there is actually pretty nice too. Gives them a little bit of extra harassment potential. Another harassment is actually happening, it looks like, at the third base as well. I'm not sure how much damage is getting done here. There's no units. Now they come over, but the Zealots, again, are going to actually do pretty well against the Marines when there's no medevacs there. You know, you can kill some SCVs, and if you trade even-ish with your Zealots with the Marines, then they've done so much for you.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm starting to, even though, like, I really like everything Ruin has done here, he's going into Storm and making Immortals at the moment. Like, well, I guess it's his first Immortal technically, but against Ghosts, both of these are going to be a little bit weaker than Colossus tech.
I don't think any of his Hallucination Scouts have actually been able to permeate the main base to see this yet. So I think that's the reason why he continues this. We talked about the style a lot that he goes for, Immortal Storm. You know, I think you made him quite famous for that, as you wrote some things about this, but let's see.
It's definitely a cool build, and against a Marauder-heavy style such as this, you know, when you go for Widow Mines, a lot of times you go extra Marauders, and overall, Innovation's been favoring Marauders heavily today, but we'll see how it works out, because if an AMP hits any Immortals, any Psystormers as well, they're going to go down very quickly.
All right, 3 Ghosts with this. He's not doing the 3 Ghosts like all in. He's just got 3 Ghosts in his army. He's going to make 3 at a time. Now has 6. As most Terrans will have 3 Tech Labs. 3-3 on the way here for Ruin. I believe Innovation will probably be starting that in a moment.
Yeah, he has started the 3-3, so that's pretty good for him. Trying to move in right now with these High Templars.
Storm goes off before any snipes. One snipe does go off, but the second storm goes down as well.
Not the greatest size storms ever, but at least he did get one of these ghosts.
Funky Phoenix is over there. I guess maybe sent to just make sure there was no sort of flank coming in. His rocks are still intact as far as I know at Ruin's Natural, so he doesn't really have to worry about any ground-based attacks coming that direction.
And still sitting here with quite a few Widow Mines. More Immortals still being made. This is Ruin's style that he loves so much that we were talking about, Wolf.
Yeah.
But it seems like Innovation is actually kind of ready for it. Like, he's making a lot of ghosts. We'll see how this works out for him. Because his army needs, like, you need Colossus against what we're watching.
Exactly, because the Widow Mines are going to just decimate Zealots on the ground.
You don't have any range against the combination of Widow Mine Ghost. It's like pretty good.
Yeah, you can't storm the Widow Mines because the Ghosts are there to help zone.
Thing is, when Ruin was using this style a lot with quite a few Immortals in it, it was at the time when people were doing very quick Widow Mine pushes with Marauder-based armies, and Ghosts weren't involved. It was like much earlier than that in the game, and his style was just killing everyone. But against this, I don't know, man. This is going to be a lot harder to pull off.
Well, he needs to be sure he can engage with the Widow Mines this time. A good split here. And the Widow Mine's not getting the best shots, starting to get a little bit better here. And Innovation, he's going to have the better upgrades in just a moment as well. He's actually annihilating these Zealots. Definitely proven that he's no one-trick pony in this matchup. If things get different, he can definitely adapt. Yeah. He's looking really strong here, picking off another Archon maybe and an Immortal here.
Oh, it'd be great.
Oh, those EMPs are so solid.
Really, really well done. Trying to run away with these Immortals, losing 2 of them while running away as well as an Archon. More High Templars going down. I think double Immortal Colossus, but it might be too late.
Yeah, man, he's got a few more EMPs here as well. Great EMPs there. 2 more of them. Time Warp, man, I'm not sure if it's going to matter. 3-3 is done for Innovation at this exact moment as well. And +3 armor just now finishing. There's a good storm. And he will hold this, but Innovation's got so many reinforcements. Look at the army supply.
Yeah, he's killing him right now, and it looks like he will end up killing everything off. Now, these 2 Colossi are about to pop out. I'm not even sure if Thermal Lance is done at the moment.
I don't think so. One of them gets targeted down immediately. The second one basically the same. 2 Widow Mines jump down here. Actually, one of them's going to hit those Zealots. Some free damage here. This is just way too many reinforcements. What a great game here by Innovation. I am impressed, man. And in a time where so many Protosses, this type of style is going to look really good in Code S.
GG. Well played by Innovation. I have to say Innovation was head and shoulders above everyone else today. Like, he just completely outplayed. I liked some of the ways that Ruin was playing and trying to adapt here, but Innovation adapted better, and Ruin was a bit off strategically. Like, he was really investing in Immortals against someone who was going Ghosts.
Yeah. I gotta say, man, it's starting to look like this is going to be the Terran Resurgence Code S season that everybody's been waiting for.
Just in time for the patch is going to be coming out.
Yeah. I gotta say, I mean, I think every Terran has gotten through except Sky High, who has participated. That's a lot of Terrans getting through. And we've got a lot more coming down the pipe as well, with Supernova playing a little bit later on tonight as well.
And he always makes it through. Like, he's a Code S regular.
Did he get an ST award? I think he did.
No, he got the Supernova award of 9 wins in a row and then a loss, and then all Code S's after that.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go ahead, jump to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll go into that losers match.